That's the way to start a stream.
Always.
What's up, guys? It's Paladin and CPQ
I'm dead inside.
and Ace Academy. Let's get this show on the road. There goes like everything.
Yay! Good job, party foul. You look so cute. What does your shirt say?
It's like Yaki River.
Something about good sports.
Eddie Bauer Sports Shop.
It looks like a Stranger Things t-shirt.
It is one of my dad's old shirts.
Oh, so it's an 80s shirt.
I don't know if it's 80s, but it's definitely like my dad's old shirt that doesn't fit him anymore.
Definitely vintage. Where did you get it? Was it just in one of your...
My parents just, like, whenever we came back from Thanksgiving, my mom also brought just a bunch of clothes.
All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've just been hanging up in the closet. I just haven't really been wearing a lot of them.
Was this your dad's too?
Mm-hmm. Same with that red flannel that I've been wearing recently. The one that I wore to Hokkaido.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was your dad's.
Yep. It was my dad's old shirt.
I didn't get yelled at about the app at all today.
Nice.
Yeah. Working at a grocery store is exhausting, you guys. Retail is just not fun.
I forgot to get my die ready.
Oh, I guess I should get my dice ready.
The sound of my alarm.
I can't remember where I put my phone. It's over there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yay! Paladin Null to the rescue. I don't know what it is about this shirt, but there's something in this collar that's just poking me. And I can't find it with my hand. I can only find it with my shoulder.
The sound of my alarm wakes me up. With a wide yawn, I push myself out of bed. A small part wishes I could have slept in again, but that part is silenced by the rest of me, who's pumped for the big concert.
Yeah.
I swap through different outfits and spend a little more time on my appearance. It's important to make a good impression, and as I'm not only representing myself and my team, but I'm representing Ace Academy too. Once satisfied, I check my email for the location of the event. It's hosted at the Isokaze Concert Hall. The sponsorship network event is at the club next door.
Streaming Ace Academy. Did you
Ace
know
Academy.
That? Did you guys know that?
I head downstairs expecting to see a heartbroken Nikki, but to my surprise, Uncle Kaido greets me from the couch. Piece of toast hanging from his mouth.
Hey, bud, excited for sure?
What?
Excited for today.
Oh.
Kaido swallows his mouth full of toast and grins.
You don't speak food?
Not fluently, it seems.
Are you excited for today?
Thirsty baby back there. That baby is so thirsty.
You already know?
Are you kidding me? Nikki has been talking non-stop about it. Oni-chan gets to meet XC!
Please stop.
Did she really say that?
Close enough.
We laugh. Speaking of which...
She's hanging out with some friends. They're going to watch the concert together, but have to prep first. I don't really understand what that means.
Yeah,
You don't.
I don't know what prep means either, and I can only... They're like high schoolers.
Yeah, they're not pre-gaming. They're putting on all of the attire that has EXO, like they're putting on all their EXO attire, they're doing their makeup, and they're probably writing EXO on their face.
Except it's XZ.
Or XZ on their face.
Neither do I. I check the time. God, not enough time to make breakfast.
Here.
They're also probably eating whatever XZ's favorite food is. Because that's what fucking teenage girls do.
Came to stop by to say, hey, I'm about to play Skyrim Elder Scrolls V, the Legendary Edition. That's a good one. I like Skyrim. It's not my favorite Elder Scrolls.
It could be pre-gaming.
But it's a good game. Uncle Kaido offers me his extra toast.
I know that face all too well. There have been many a morning where I had to go hungry, and I can't subject my nephew to that kind of life.
That's morbid.
I have a rare day off and can afford to make another.
I grin and accept his offering. Thanks.
Have a good day.
I nibble at my toast and head to the garage. Then I wolf the remaining toast down before driving into the city. In the city. City Santa Monica. City Isokazake. Except there's too many syllables, so. Soon I arrive at the concert hall. I wander around the hall and through the people bustling back and forth before finding the entrance backstage. As there's a passage between the hall and the arcade, as the properties are owned by the same family. As I pass through, I spot the signs directing me to the Dashu VIP Arcade Lounge. Currently at the beach house for a few days. Internet's kind of shit.
Ugh, I want to go to the beach house.
Still, it's kind of cool that you have a beach house. We would always rent a condo every time we went to the beach.
Let's rent a beach house. Beach houses are made for like 12 people. We could get a bunch of people to get. No, we're adults now. We can't do that. It's impossible to get 5 people to have 1 day off.
Yep. As soon as I walk in, I spot many recognizable faces. Weiger Tooths, Sydney Crossbow. Who's that supposed to be? Who is Sydney Crossbow? Chanel O'Keel.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Cristiano Cornaldo?
Sidney Crosby? Maybe?
Maybe Crosby. Just to name a few.
Canadian hockey player. So probably.
Yeah. I keep waiting for someone to stop me and ask me what I'm doing here, but no one does. A few people glance at me in passing. Some even flash me a smile as if to say, "You're one of us now." Walking in the same room as these people is intimidating, but also exhilarating. Scanning the room, I don't see XZ anywhere.
Joseph!
Hey, Show.
Oh, of course.
Oh, he's wearing the
same
fucking polo.
fucking thing.
The polo and blue jeans where everybody else gets nice and dressed up. Turn around to see Sho, Mayu, and Kaori approaching me. Hey, guys.
Can you believe this? My inner fanboy is going off the charts.
Kaori shrugs.
I don't see what the big fuss is.
Me neither.
Mayu chokes on her words as her eyes widen to the sight of someone. Follow her line of sight, expecting XZ, but instead it's some old dude with white hair.
Please just be Stanley.
Breathe, Mayu. She takes a deep
It's Reboot von Beethoven!
Reboot von Beethoven. Reboot.
Who's that?
Who's that?
If looks could kill, Sho would already be in the ground bleeding.
Huh?
As Sho cowers, Mayu closes her eyes and sets her jaw determinedly. Then, with shaking legs, she walks towards the man.
Well, then.
What are you
Look it up.
trying to see who Reboot is?
Reboot von Gaten is a shoe brand. Matthew Bain.
I doubt any of us imagined Mayu was capable of something so terrifying. Mayu stalks closer to Reboot von Beethoven, but as soon as his attention lands on her, she becomes rooted to the ground. Uh-oh. He waits patiently for her, watching her curiously. She remains frozen, so he smiles and pats her on the head, then resumes his journey to the buffet tables.
Okay.
After Mayu's internal systems reboot, she hops back to us with starstruck eyes.
He touched me.
Aw.
I wouldn't phrase it like that. What's the big deal, or I'm happy for you.
Pretty sure it's just some guy who does techno versions of Beethoven. Because that's the only thing I can see.
Anyway, top to bottom.
3. It was quiet,
That was very quiet.
but it worked. Right?
But it was a 3. I don't know if it was picked up on the microphone or not. I can't see that either.
There you go.
So that would be, what's the big deal? Unless anybody would like to, what is it called? Reroll. I was wondering why I felt terribly, terribly warm. The fan got pushed inside the car.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I've been damp all day. I swear to God, the store was like 80 degrees today. Do it.
Alright, yep, nobody's saying anything. I still don't get it.
Reboot von Beethoven. He's...
The greatest classical composer to exist since the original.
Sho repeats the words flatly, like he's heard them a million times before.
Exactly.
Okay.
Hello, beautiful people.
Valerie,
Cute.
it's not really like going to an event outfit. I feel like Kaori's the one that honestly dressed up the most of everybody here.
Looks very formal. And
Yeah,
very nice.
hers is like a nice formal attire
At least
thing.
I thought Mayu's was a skirt, but it's not.
It's like
It's
shorts.
And Thigh highs.
And thigh highs. Valerie's all smiles as she approaches. She throws an arm around me and Kaori, much to Kaori's dismay.
What's with all the excitement?
Mayu just met Beethoven.
You mean the Ludwig von Beethoven?
Can't tell if she's acting sarcastic or not. Now, reboot. Mayu nods happily.
Ooh, he's the greatest classical composer to exist since the original.
Oh, that just won her Mayu's vote. Seriously? Mayu busts out laughing and Valerie joins in. The laugh is contagious and soon we've all joined in. When we finally catch our breaths, Kaori looks around.
Where's Yuna?
Not sure. She might be busy handling logistics and stuff.
You okay?
My belt is digging into my fat stomach.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe.
That makes sense, actually.
Self-voicing enabled.
Yeet.
A man in a DAS hat interrupts us. Self-voicing disabled.
Hey, are you guys from Ace Academy?
Yes.
He checks off a name
He
on his
was
clipboard.
real
For the
close to the
photo
microphone for that
Please,
one.
come with me.
Up for the photo shoot. We look at each other, then shrug and follow him. He leads us. Technically not wrong. I mean, that's how that's spelled. He leads us to a secluded area behind a wall of curtains. There's a station already set up on a stage with a backdrop and lighting equipment. A man with a tied back ponytail barks directions at the models, his camera at the ready. Yuna stands to the side and studies the clipboard in her hand. As our manager, I guess part of her job is coordinating any events we attend. I hope she doesn't have to work the whole time. Oh, she's cute.
Aw.
Hey, Yuna. She glances over at us and grins.
You're here. Sorry I haven't had a chance to say hi.
Alright, whose territory is better, hers or Mayu's? I'm thinking Mayu's.
I'm leaning toward Yuna.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. She got that absolute territory. What is it? What's the actual term? Do you remember it?
All I know is absolute territory.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing I can remember.
Are you helping with the whole event?
No, I've just been getting our team affairs in order. You guys are doing okay?
We all nod.
Great! Well, they want a team photo of all of us. I've already worked it out with our photographer. We're going to be here.
Zetai Ryoiki.
Yeah. I've always, and then people typically shorten it to ZR.
Ah.
I was trying to think of what the acronym was. I was like, I know it starts with a Z, but I can't remember.
Perfect. Excellent. Very nice.
I don't like this photographer. Once he gets the takes he needs, Sho wants to take a cool photo. With the photographer's permission, we hold action poses, trying to look as badass as possible. This is pretty fun.
Yeah, it is.
Now we need a solo model from the team. While I work on setup, Yuna, please coordinate who will be your swimsuit model.
Our what now?
Me. I choose me.
Our what now?
Swimsuit?
Please, 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 just let it either be me or Sho.
Yes! It'll be used for our upcoming catalog, The Taste of Summer. What's more summery than a warm beach?
He walks off before Yuna can protest.
Did you guys hear that?
We nod.
Who should do it?
Sho! Sho is an option! We will not be objectified. Sho! I really need that Sho answer, and I'm willing to use my reroll for it.
Alright, there's 6, which means I have to do it.
I have a D6,
Oh, you have
know.
a D6. Use the D6 then.
Like a D6, like a
That's
D6.
That's just a regular die.
Yeah.
I always forget that's a thing. Behind the purple cups. Come over this way. Right there.
I see them. Every even number past 4, or past really 2, which technically a coin is a D2.
Yeah, fair.
But every even number from 2 to technically 10 in order, then a D12, and then it immediately jumps to D20. And technically there's a quote-unquote D100.
Yeah. That's more along.
It's
that's,
2 D10s, and then one of them is one digit, and one of them is the other.
Yeah.
But all right, so give me top to bottom. What are we doing?
Bottom to top.
Bottom to top. All right. This die feels like it
I just
is
want you guys to know
inconsequential.
that we're probably both going to end up using our rerolls for this.
We need show as our model.
We
It's
do.
simple. That's 6,
No.
which means Cowrie can do it. Reroll.
All right. Paladin's using his.
Hold on. We wait for any vetoes.
I'm gonna...
Currently, we're saying Cowrie can be our swimsuit model, which would be hilarious,
It would be hilarious.
but it's gotta be show.
It has. It has. It has.
It's gotta be show.
I'm so upset that I didn't even have a full glass of wine left in that bottle, and I really want more wine. I think we're good.
I love that myself is not an option here.
Yeah.
It's everybody else here and then nobody. But alright. It doesn't look like anybody's countering my reroll, so we're rerolling. Still bottom to top because it's gotta be. 1. We will not be objectified.
That's better than anyone other than Show. I'm thinking.
I bet we will not be objectified is going to mean that we get chosen.
Oh shit, we will not be objectified.
I don't know if it will for sure, but...
I'm good with this.
You're good with this?
As much as I wanted to see Show's
Show.
reaction, I feel like we don't have enough rerolls between us to get Show.
Probably not. Well, I mean, between us, we've only got one reroll left.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like, so I've always got like this, I always end up using my reroll to try and really get one option,
Yeah.
but I feel like I really just need to save my reroll, not as a, I really want to get one thing, but I really don't want what we landed on.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of as like, it's hard to screw up a reroll when you're just trying to avoid one
Anything
option.
that you just got.
Yeah, to avoid one option versus trying to get one specific one. Because especially in a chance like this, where it's only a 1 in 6 that you're going to roll what you need, a reroll on it is dangerous because when we only care about 2 of the options, we might as well stick with one that's in the 2. No reason to waste another reroll just to end up with like Mayu or something and be stuck with it. So here we go. We should refuse to do this.
And she's gone. She's going to put on her swimsuit.
To be forced into a swimsuit is sexual objectification. We must be firm on our response and let the establishment know that if we do not encourage their sexist agenda, no one should be subjected to the whims of another person. In the corner of my eye, I spot Valerie already on stage taking her clothes off. As her clothes falls away, she reveals an alluring bikini.
Of course she
Valerie! What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
Did you hear anything I just said?
Of course, and I agree with all of it. People should be able to choose what they want to do.
And she wants
Just
to
like
take
how
her
I'm
clothes off.
choosing to model for Dashu's summer catalog.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Someone's gonna see her and want her in their magazine.
Yeah. I mean, this is how she gets big.
I guarantee you.
She grabs the Dashu energy drink beside her and with one hand and, in one hand and forms a peace sign with the other, then winks suggestively at the camera.
That is perfect. You're a natural.
Because of course she is. We watch Valerie expertly transition between poses as the photographer snaps image after image. She's completely in her element. The girls are a little too focused on her. I can't tell if it's from an admiration, jealousy, or a little bit of both. Valerie shakes the drink, then pops open the bottle. Carbonated liquid explodes all over her face. She catches the liquid in her mouth, then wraps her lips around the bottle.
Of course she does.
I can't look away.
That's enough!
And she's gone.
Yuna pulls Valerie off stage and pushes her towards the changing room.
Hey!
You ruined my shoot.
You've got plenty to use already.
You don't need her deep-throating this Dashu bottle.
I do.
You need her to deep-throat that Dashu bottle?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think more drinks would sell if the entire ad campaign was just a girl deep-throating an unopened bottle?
Ooh, that would... I'm thinking about the bottle you just opened. I'm sure it's a plastic bottle, but I keep thinking about that bottle you just opened, and that just sounds sharp.
Yeah, okay.
Great.
She shows Valerie into the changing room. My heart feels like it's about to beat out of my chest. Show's face is frozen in awe. Kaori is uncharacteristically quiet as her face is as red as a tomato. Mayu is pensive, as if she's trying to analyze what she just witnessed. Yuna's cheeks are just as red as Kaori's.
That was...
Interesting.
We nod. There are no words to describe what we just saw.
That was a lot of fun.
Changed quick.
Yep. Valerie returns in her previous outfit and a towel wrapped around her neck. She's completely unfazed by what just happened. A laugh escapes me as I consider how ridiculous the situation is. Soon the entire team is laughing with me.
Thank you very much. We have everything we need.
You're welcome.
But if you want to make a little money on the side...
Look, I only have 3 strangers following me on Instagram. Now is not the time to ask for money. I gotta wait it out.
You gotta wait it out.
If I post 1 picture a day, I can wait it out for a month or 2.
We exit out of the photo area and back into the main lounge.
What do you guys want to do now?
Valerie lets out a loud squeal.
Look!
She points to none other than XZ, who is steadily walking towards us.
Yee! Okay.
He's a lot taller in person.
Of course this is his song.
He's a lot taller in person and a lot cooler. I have to admit, Mickey was right. He is more attractive in person.
XZ!
That would be me.
Okay.
He grins
I
charmingly.
don't believe we've met. Are you new? I doubt I would have forgotten such stunning visions such as yourselves.
Hey, weirdo pixie. Welcome out to the stream.
Hello. Who's your favorite girl? If you've played this game, you gotta tell us who your favorite girl is.
By the way, we're currently covering up. Hold on.
Oh no, you gotta move it. He's so hot.
No, hold on. I can do you one better. There.
Why?
Now I'm XZ.
God, you're such a dork. Let people see his face. Let them see them brows.
Hold on, I screwed up everything there. I
You
moved my.
did.
I typically move my
It's
overlay
okay,
and
now we're
everything
just
together.
blocking the text.
Well, I could probably just move us to the top left corner.
You should. Yay! Big old soup.
Now I have to hide my mouse
Look at
up here
those-
now.
Look at those blue shoe faces.
Each girl turns a... Haven't played it.
Ah!
It's actually pretty good. We were like 17 hours in, by the way. This is a long, long, long visual novel. Granted, we're reading it, but instead of just like clicking through and getting best answers, but still. With all of them speechless, XZ looks at Sho, who's equally smitten. XZ grins understandingly, of course. He must be used to this. Finally, his gaze lands on me. Oh, hi. We're from Ace Academy. Dashu is sponsoring our team.
Ace Academy? That means you guys are pilots.
Oh, he's interested.
His face lights up and he seems genuinely impressed. I motion to myself, Sho, Mayu, and Kaori. Oh, we are. Point to Yuna. She's the team manager. I point to Valerie. She's our engine bitch. XZ winks and gives us a thumbs up.
That's hardcore, man.
We're good. How are you, weirdo pixie?
You know what? Are we really good?
What a
Are we
cool
really
job.
good?
I am.
I'm exhausted. I'm emotionally drained, you guys.
I also got off of work at 3, so, like, I'm feeling pretty good.
I got off work 55 minutes ago. No, more like 45 minutes ago.
Excuse me, XZ-senpai?
Nope.
Oh, God.
XZ
Just
laughs.
X is fine.
Oh, okay. Excuse me,
Oh,
X-senpai?
God.
Do you think
Please stop.
we can get a
No, please.
photo? Please?
Was I this bad when I met Brina Palencia?
No,
Oh, thank God.
you were not nearly this bad. She complimented your costume and you smiled.
Yeah, me too.
XZ nods.
Sure. Why don't we get a group photo?
Good idea. Count me in.
Kaori nods with a smile. X motions to a nearby Dasher employee. As we all get into place, each of us surreptitiously trying to stand right beside XZ, the photographer comes out from behind the curtains, his camera at the ready.
Everyone say Z.
See.
We all say Z in
Aw.
unison and have a good laugh as the photo is taken.
Excellent! I'll make sure to have these emailed to you all.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Z.
X
You
smiles.
guys are too formal. Kick back and have some fun. We're gonna be rocking out soon enough.
This is actually how like a lot of pretty
Backstage stuff happens.
well, not just backstage, but like pretty famous dudes in general. Like,
Yeah.
it's like people are like, "It's you. It's the person I admire everything about you." Like, please stop. You're embarrassing me.
I try really hard not to embarrass myself or famous people when I meet them. I try, like, I obviously compliment them. I'm like, hi, I really appreciate your work, but, like, it's my favorite character that you do.
That's right.
I try my best. And, like, I pretend that they care when I tell them things.
A man in a suit comes over and whispers in XZ's ear.
Time for warm-ups and stage prep. You're coming to the show, right?
Oh, by the way, Weirdo Pixie, we do a thing, and I'll explain it before it happens. Of course. I'll explain it before it happens.
Miss it for the world.
We don't get to make our own decisions in this game. You
Really
notice?
upsetting.
You notice the title of this video is called DnDating Sim. We play a dating sim where all decisions are made via dice roll.
And if it doesn't fit with either any of the dice that he has, I have a dice app, and I can just push this button.
And I have
And my phone's on silent.
a lot of dice.
1.
We're proud of our
I'm putting my dice back into their thing now.
clicky clacks down.
Shiny rocks make the clicky clack sound.
Good. I'll be looking for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Hence the DnDating Sim. After flashing us one last thumbs up, he walks towards his manager. We're all still giddy from our encounter with him.
He's nice.
Of course, Cowrie.
Yeah.
Valor sighs dreamily as Yuna nods.
I don't know about you guys, but all this excitement has made me hungry. We can't leave this event until we've checked out the buffet.
There's a buffet?
Yes, please.
Do you play D&D? Yes, we do. Every Sunday we play D&D, and I am
Paladin's our DM.
I'm the DM. And who boy is that a lot of work. I didn't realize what I was signing up for whenever I started. I was just tired of playing D&D for 2 sessions and then everybody bailing. Because that's what every single D&D encounter was for me, was like, I tried to play D&D on 3 or 4 separate occasions, and every single time it was like, play 3 games and then somebody makes an excuse and bails. And I got so tired of it that I was just like, like if a person bails and leaves a game, it's whatever. But like every single time, it was like the DM just like wouldn't play, and so I was just like, this is boring. I'm gonna make it my own thing, and I'm gonna DM.
You play a lot.
Huh?
You play the fuck out of us. You play us like violins, Paladin.
Yeah. You guys go ahead. I'll catch up with you in a sec.
I know that's not what you meant, but that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
You play us like violins, Paladin. He says as he casually takes a drink of his beer.
I just think about all the different ways that I've seen either video games or stories go, and I try to think like, what would be a cool, like, I don't think about the logistics of what's happening in the game. I don't think about, one thing or the other. I literally just sit down and go, what would be cool for today? Like, what can I do today that is cool? And then I attempt to fit it into the story and make it make sense with the rest of the overarching story. My microphone is literally right in the way of the light. Hold on, can I move the light a little bit and get better? Yeah, look at that. That's much better.
Yay.
My face was covered almost entirely by the shadow of the boom mic arm.
There we go. That doesn't.
Excuse me, XZ. Turns and smiles when he sees me.
Hey, man. What's up?
I was wondering if I could get an autograph.
Of course.
He waits with an expectant smile. Right, pen and paper. I pat out my pockets but come up empty-handed. Ah, crap, don't tell me this is happening right now. There isn't anything lying around I could use either.
We need you.
Sure.
He scratches the back of his head. I can't believe I'm gonna fail like this. I'm sorry, I don't have a pen and paper on me. You're busy and I don't want to keep you. I'm sure my sister will understand.
Sister?
Yeah, my younger sister found out I was coming here and she asked me to get a signature.
He's gonna fucking find a headshot.
In that case,
XZ takes off his necklace and offers it to me.
Oh.
There's no way I can accept this. Thanks, and are you sure? This is a three-part roll, so I gotta do this. Or I gotta say the numbers. You roll. Middle, bottom, top.
2.
Are you sure? Now,
All right, explain it.
Here's where the interesting part comes in, because if we had to go with every single decision, things would go down real bad.
Yeah.
So, everybody is afforded something called a reroll and a veto. If you don't like the decision, are you playing Kevin McKevin? Yes, I am Kevin McKevin. We got to name him.
Yep.
Every single
Dating sim, we always name them Kevin.
Our protagonist is Kevin, and we had to come up with a last name this time. So,
Kevin
what
McKevin.
better last name than McKevin?
And our sister's name is Nikki McKevin.
Yep, because it gave her last name as well. But, if you don't like the roll that we had and you want to get something else, you can actually type reroll in chat, and that will that'll make us reroll the die one time. You only get one reroll per stream unless everybody uses their rerolls within the first hour of the stream.
We stream for 2 hours usually.
We typically stream for 2 hours. And then everybody gets a veto, and if you like a roll and somebody tries to reroll, you can veto that roll.
They will get their reroll back if you veto it.
Yes, so you're not just using up somebody else's chance to have fun, but you are stopping a very specific, like if you really want one thing to happen, you can stop somebody else from making it not happen.
However, someone can veto your veto if they want to.
Yep, and vetoes are permanent, final.
Yes.
So even if your veto gets vetoed, then it's still gone.
And if the reroll goes through, no one gets anything back.
But, so if nobody wants to re-roll on this choice for us saying, are you sure, then we are good to go.
Paladin has no choice.
Yeah, I already used my re-roll earlier today. Look at him. This is way more than just a signature. Are you sure this is okay?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I accept the offering. Thank you.
Don't worry about it. I got it for $5 at Hot Topic.
Yeah, honestly, probably.
The things we do for our baby sisters, right?
You got that right. He gives me another thumbs up before disappearing with his manager. Look over at his medallion before safely pocketing it, then heading back to my friends. After eating our fill from the buffet, we continued to mingle and meet with other Dashu sponsees. Sponsees? I guess that makes sense.
Sponsees.
Yeah. Everyone we spoke to was excited to hear that Dashu was sponsoring an ace team and wished us luck in our matches. It felt really satisfying to be the center of attention, if only for a short moment. Soon it was time for the concert. We file into the concert hall toward the front of the stage where flashing lights introduce XZ. Joe and I jump in time to the music and high-five whenever a girl bumps into us. Of course. XZ is the perfect combination of entertainment and talent, and my voice soon grows hoarse from singing along. One point he even saw us and winked. Once the concert is over, we chat animatedly about how awesome it was before heading our separate ways and going home. Well, I'm sorry, Nikki. I couldn't get you an autograph. So I guess this necklace that he was wearing before the show will just have to do. Show up and do that number.
I feel like that's probably what he's gonna do.
I'm barely through the door before Nikki bombards me.
Hello.
Hi. She eyes me up and down. So what?
Quit stalling. The autograph?
Got something even better. I completely forgot, or I didn't get an autograph. We have to do the I didn't get an autograph.
Yep.
Top to bottom.
1.
God damn it.
I don't want to say that because that doesn't give us any amount of, like, draw.
Oof.
It's better than I completely forgot. But,
I'm using my reroll.
You're using your reroll?
Yes.
That's a reroll
I don't
from
know if it's
CPQ.
sent. Not sure if it's sent or not.
It didn't because it would show up in chat.
Oh, I guess I...
There it is.
Hey.
Alright, so you are rerolling.
Unless anyone wants to ruin my...
I can veto. Pixie can veto.
And oh, well.
And reroll if they wanted to, but we're already rerolling, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Alright.
Do it.
Alright, let me get a save in here.
This is some fun colors.
Oh yeah, the arcade.
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and give it the reroll.
3.
I said
You said
top to bottom. I didn't get an autograph. We got the one we wanted.
Yep.
Unless somebody wants to re-roll again.
And ruin it.
And ruin it. Oh, by the way, another rule I forgot to mention. If you're going to veto, you have to veto before the second re-roll. They don't know that they're going to be getting the choice they want, so it's not fair that you get to re-roll in case they actually... It's not fair that you get to veto after a re-roll has already happened. You're free to re-roll on a re-roll that's already done, but you can only veto before the roll goes through.
They draw shorts on her so weird. It's because they have to have a thigh gap because she's a baby.
Mm-hmm. Alright, looks like we're good. I didn't have any paper, so I couldn't get an autograph.
You had one job! How could you have been so unprepared?
Calm down. I didn't come home empty-handed. Look. Pull out the necklace. She snatches from my hand and examines it for a signature, but there isn't one. She pouts.
It's just an XZ necklace. You can buy those at any souvenir stand. I wanted an autograph from him.
No. XZ himself gave this to me to give to you. She crosses her arms and raises an eyebrow.
Do you really think I'm that gullible?
Okay, to be fair, even I wouldn't have believed that story.
That's fair.
I can prove it. Pull out my phone and open the selfie we took before the concert. The medallion is clearly around his neck. Then I flip the photos during the concert where where there is an obvious lack of a necklace. Nikki grabs my phone and pinches into zoom images. She wipes back and forth between the photos, over and over. And suddenly she leaps up and down, still clutching my phone.
Oh my god, you were telling the truth! I can't believe it!
There it is. What? Nikki throws her arms around my neck and squeezes me tightly. The necklace or me? She plants a kiss on my cheeks before letting... Cheeks? Both of them?
Well, she's excited.
Then slips the necklace over her head.
Never taking this off.
Hell, I'd kiss my brother's cheeks if he gave me shit like that.
I'm happy for you. I bet I can change that, or that's gross. Let's definitely not get the middle option. Middle, bottom, top.
1.
Damn it!
Oof. What'd she say to us?
It was just, I'm never taking this off.
Oof.
I don't want to say this, but I've already used my reroll.
Oof.
Such is the nature of DnDating Sim.
This sounds hilarious. I am.
I don't want to say this. All right, if there's no rerolls in chat,
do it.
We're going for it. You know that was in my... Okay, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Okay.
I knew it wasn't going to be sexual, Paladin.
I know,
There's
but
literally,
still...
People have rated this 1 star because we can't romance our sister.
Sorry. Because you can't romance a sister. You know that was in my back pocket, right?
Don't care.
And I sat on it.
Don't care.
And I might have farted.
Don't care.
I also put it in...
Don't ruin this for me. You're the suckiest best brother ever.
Thanks, I think. She nods happily.
I have to go tell my friends. They're gonna flip.
Why'd she get so quiet all of a sudden?
I don't know. She dashes up the stairs, 2 at a time. That is the fastest she's ever tried to get away from me. I haven't seen her this happy in a long time. Thanks, Exy, for making this happen. That sound only comes out of the... I know. I understand. We've had this sound happen before.
You really hate this sound. It stresses you out.
I was gonna say, it's not that I hate the sound, it's that it comes out of the subwoofer. The subwoofer is far enough to the right that it sounds like there's a giant fucking bullfrog on the other side of that window. And I'm gonna open the door and it's just gonna eat me.
You're gonna have some Konosuba shit in your life.
I probably should have made better use of all the free food. Oh well, let's go see what we've got. Make my way to the kitchen. Uncle Kaido's laptops and papers are spread across the kitchen table, but he's nowhere in sight. He probably went to the washroom. About to open the fridge when I peep from his computer distracts me. I glance over and see a new email has come in, but my eye wanders over the sea of Japanese text. One English email draws my attention. Even more curiously, the words New York are in the preview text. New York? What could Uncle Kaido possibly be doing there? I try to resist the temptation, but as I read a private investigation firm based out of New York, my curiosity gets the best of me, and I click open the email.
Oh, he's trying to figure out how our parents really died.
Why would Uncle Kaido order investigative work in the States? In New York specifically. I read on. Mr. Kaido, we have begun our preliminary investigation into the case of Mr. and Mrs. McKevin. Laptop is closed shut before I can finish. I look up sharply into Kaito's serious frown.
I thought you knew better than to snoop through other people's things.
I just saw an email from an investigation firm in New York.
Why were you looking through my email in the first place?
I know I'm in the wrong for snooping, but I can't let him change the subject. That one involves my home, my family. The email was talking about Mom and Dad. Uncle Kaido remains stoic.
You misread it.
No. Growing anger bubbles in my chest. I don't care if you have secrets. I even understand when you tried to hide the truth about Aunt Yuki, but I will not allow you to keep secrets from me when it involves my parents.
I don't like this.
There's no trace of a smile on Uncle Kaido's face, and his dark eyes are unusually grim. I search his face, looking for a spark of my goofy, mellow uncle, but he is a mask of stony silence.
This music is stressing me out.
What do you know? What aren't you telling me? For a long pause, he finally
There
speaks.
are some things you are better off not knowing.
Try me? The only option.
Just try me.
I have a right to know what happened to my parents. Hokkaido's expression doesn't change, but a faint line of worry creases his brow. Soften my tone. I appreciate that you're trying to protect me, but whatever it says in that email, I can handle it. He looks hard at me, and I stay silent as he ponders my words. Finally, he sighs and opens the laptop. After he pulls up the email, he slides the computer toward me. With bated breath, I read through the brief email. Mr. McKevin, and we have found that the witness statements released during the conclusion of the case contrasted greatly with the statements originally recorded by the investigating officers. Further investigation will continue. That's it. Can't hide the confusion from my voice. I don't understand. It's common knowledge that witnesses are not always a reliable source. A lot of times they'll change their stories or misremember what they saw.
It's not just the witness statements. Before the accident, your mom called me out of the blue with a very strange request.
Okay.
Is that the end of the statement?
Is that it? That's all you want to say
she
out
wanted
loud?
she wanted to make sure that if anything should happen to her, or your dad, that I'd take care of you kids.
We talked about custody when your parents first created their will, and we'd already decided that should your parents pass away, custody of you kids would go to me.
Once again, you're just gonna end it
Why?
there? Thought it was strange that she'd bring it up again, but I figured she might have gone into the update to update her will and felt a little insecure.
Of course, I assured her that I'd take care of you both. Then, a week later, your parents' accident happened.
Accident.
It didn't
I
say
tried to
anything
dispute
about this in
the
any of the
accident
character
on my own, but that
descriptions.
no way.
Good.
That's why
I want you to
hired
know
the
shit
private
about this story.
investigator.
I don't want to be hurt like this.
I tried to Oh, you read that. I racked my brain trying to remember the last few days before Mom and Dad's accident. Were they acting any different than usual? Dad was wrapping up the last few upgrades to my core, but we were both scrambling to finish updates on Eagle before school started. I understand why you wanted to keep this a secret. Uncle Kaido looks relieved. But now that I know about this investigation, I want to be kept in the loop.
I suppose that's fair.
Maybe I can help, too. I mean, I did live in New York City, and I still have some contacts from CINY.
Let's see what the PI comes back with and we can go from there. If your parents were in danger, I don't want you to put your life at risk too.
I own a giant robot. I don't think you understand this. I own a giant robot.
So do a lot of people.
Ours can go full anime mode.
That's fair, but we don't know how to make it work like that yet.
You aren't going to tell your sister about this, are you?
She should know she has enough to worry about, or it's not my place to tell. Top to bottom.
2.
No, she has enough to worry about. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I'm okay with that, because I can't re-roll it. I shake my head. Our parents' death affected Nikki a lot more than it affected me. She put on a smile and a brave face, but I can see when she's hurting inside. She made a lot of progress these past couple of months, and I think she's finally begun to move on and be happy. We should rock the boat. We shouldn't rock the boat until we know for certain what happened to Mom and Dad wasn't an accident. Uncle Kaido grins in relief.
I'm glad we're in agreement on this.
Uncle Kaido gently shuts his
I
laptop.
think that's enough excitement for one day.
He grins jokingly at
I
me.
need to get some work done before you decide to snoop through even more of my emails.
That is my cue to head upstairs.
With no dinner.
With no dinner. As we part and I head to my room, I try to focus on my homework, but my mind is filled with unanswered questions about Mom and Dad.
Unlike my stomach, that is not filled at all.
If this wasn't an accident, then what really happened? What really happened on that day? Why would anyone want to hurt them? Eventually, I get my work done and head to bed.
Everything changed when the Yakuza attacked.
Then I drift off into a fitful slumber. It wouldn't be the Yakuza, it happened in New York.
Yeah, but we have Japanese family.
Our mom was Japanese.
That's fair.
It's been 2 weeks since XZ's concert and my conversation with Uncle Kaido. In that time, my team is still undefeated and stronger than ever. Kaori, Sho, Mayu, and I put in extra hours of practice as we prepare ourselves for far more difficult opponents. Nikki is up to her usual tricks in the kitchen while they were short-staffed at the cafe. Nikki finally had her chance to show off her skills as a cook. She impressed the chef so much that she no longer has to spend her time washing dishes. Of course, with greater responsibility comes longer hours at work. Uncle Kaido has been working harder than ever. Last week in particular, he's been leaving the house early in the morning and coming home way past midnight. Work must be treating him very well because whenever I see him, he has a bright smile on his face.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
work. Yes, totally. It's gotta be work.
Yeah, because I come home at 1 in the morning because I've been working so late, not because I've been here.
Tonight is one of those rare nights when both Nikki and Uncle Kaido are off work, and I have no plans. After devouring the delicious meal that Nikki made, I am happily nursing my food baby. While Uncle Kaido claims this isn't a food baby, I'm just fat.
Same.
Nikki sighs heavily and slumps on the couch.
I
Table.
can't believe
What?
that nobody here really celebrates Halloween.
Think about a Halloween party I'm supposed to attend tomorrow. Yeah, they do.
Well, sort of. They don't decorate, though.
I sigh wistfully. That's true.
I bet all you really care about are all the slutty costume parties.
What a mood.
No, I like the decorations best. Who doesn't miss that? Halloween is lame without candy, or Halloween blows.
Oh.
I feel like who doesn't miss that is the real answer here.
Yeah.
But it's
Bottom to top.
divisible by 4, so I'm just gonna roll a d4.
Do it.
I'm not gonna roll a d20 on this.
You should just have them strewn out across your little desk.
This is not a little desk. It's a big desk.
It is a big desk.
All right, so you said bottom to top.
Yep.
3. Who doesn't miss that? Yes. Whatever point is standing straight up.
Oh, so all the top points. Okay, interesting.
Since there's not a flat face that'll lay down,
Yeah.
it's the point opposite of the flat face laying down.
Okay, cool. We got 3.
We got 3, and you said bottom to top, which
Yep.
means who doesn't want... Pixie doesn't want us to say that.
You still have your veto.
I do, but I don't know if I want to use it.
You don't know if you want to use it.
Nah, I feel like this is Pixie's first reroll. Let's give it to him.
All right.
I'm not going to be as cruel as to remove a veto here. We'll see how this goes, Pixie. I'm watching you. But I'll be fair. After all, nothing is more important than the correct roll on a die. 3.
I'm so sorry, Weirdo Pixie. I'm so sorry. Oh.
It happens to the best of us. I had mine fail earlier tonight. I even had I had an entire night where we got like multiple rerolls, and I failed all of my rerolls.
Yep. But I don't think anyone else in the chat is interacting. So.
Nah.
What does that mean for us, Paladin?
That means it's before the hour mark, so everybody gets their rerolls back.
Not for this one.
Not for this one, but going forward, since it is before the hour mark, everybody gets their rerolls back.
Hey.
I sighed
Not
happily.
your vetoes, only your rerolls.
Yeah, but nobody vetoed yet, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fair.
I had no idea so many things were sexy, like a lobster, a rat, lampshade. If you've ever seen a Christmas story, you know a lampshade can be very sexy. I plead the fifth. Nikki raises an eyebrow.
You can't plead fifth in Japan.
Damn, she has a point. I plead the Japanese equivalent of the fifth.
Ooh.
Uncle Kaido! Damn!
Ooh.
Sits down and looks intrigued, yet
Is
confused.
that really a tradition?
Yep,
Interesting.
I like the sound of that.
but that's not even the best part about Halloween.
No.
No?
Yes, it is. Nikki glares at me.
No, the best part about Halloween is pumpkins.
Yes,
More
pumpkins.
specifically, jack-o'-lanterns.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, carving pumpkins with Mom was both fun and frustrating.
It's because she was just so good at it. I mean, ridiculously good.
Remember that one time she carved the headless horseman in her pumpkin? Nikki
Yeah,
laughs.
and I'd been so proud of my pumpkin because I carved vampire fangs instead of square teeth.
You yelled at Mom for cheating and cried until she promised to carve another one with you.
I didn't cry.
Yeah, you did.
Well, my pumpkin still ended up being better than yours.
Says you. I punched a hole in mine.
You think you can do better?
Please. Your pumpkins could never compete with mine. Uncle Kaido had been laughing while listening to us banter, but he finally interjects.
Actually, your mom wasn't the only person in this family with amazing art skills. I bet my carving skills could outdo even your mom's.
Ooh! Are we about to have an inter-family competition?
Alright.
That's a pretty serious claim.
There's only one way to find out.
Where are my keys? I'll go buy the pumpkins.
Right
Hell
now.
yeah.
Right now.
Kaido changes out of his suit and runs to the store. Okay, so the suit was not from him going somewhere fancy. He probably just came
Back
from work.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nikki and I scrounge around the house for some carving knives and old newspapers. I haven't carved a pumpkin in a very long time.
Carve a pumpkin.
Uncle Kaido returns with a triumphant smile and sets flat green pumpkins on the table.
Here, I bought 4 kabochas,
What?
Why for?
just in case someone messes
They don't
up.
have like just classic
get
orange
hungry.
You're
pumpkins
right.
in
You're
Japan.
right. Or we get hungry.
Nikki seems
They're a
thoughtful.
little small, but I guess these'll do. It would be better if we could have found the big orange ones, but I guess they're kind of hard to find in Japan.
Most fruits and vegetables in Japan are ludicrously expensive, by the way.
Yeah.
Are these wrong?
They'll be fine. Oh, that's right, he's Japanese, so he doesn't really know the tradition about the giant orange pumpkin. I tie an apron around my waist and grab one of the knives, then stab my
Jeez,
pumpkin.
look at that grin as he plunges in the knife.
Kaido has already slipped on his apron and stabs his pumpkin too. Then he cuts a circle off the top.
Less talking and more carving.
Nikki hurriedly sets
Aye,
up.
aye, Captain.
We fall silent while we carve in deep concentration. The only sounds are the squelch of pumpkins. Squelch. Anytime somebody says squelch, that's the sound I hear.
That's what good pussy sounds like.
Good pussy sounds like macaroni and
cheese.
cheese as you stir it. I've almost finished my pumpkin when Nikki puts down her knife.
And done. Look at this masterpiece.
Please tell me you get a
Show
picture.
us. We're not.
She swivels her pumpkin around and shows us a spooky face. She carved in narrow eyes and a long grin full of sharp teeth.
How did you do that so quickly?
Poor Kaido.
But it's the same
I
face she
told
does
you,
every year.
I'm the carving master.
She peeks at Uncle Kaido's pumpkin.
Only finished one eye.
You can't rush brilliance.
What about you, bro?
Just finishing the last few touches. She looks at my pumpkin.
Even he's almost finished. How come you barely started?
Just wait. Mine is going to be even better than the 2 of yours because I'm actually taking the time to do it right.
We should watch Halloween Wars together. That is such a fun show.
I think I hear a faint knock at the door, but no one else reacts. Must have been my
I went
imagination.
by default because I was fastest.
That's not fair. I thought we were being judged on best carving job.
It's both. Best and fastest carving. That's how we did it at home.
I didn't know these rules.
Should've
Yeah,
followed
you
the
kind
rules.
of
Made
just
that up.
Who do you think is the winner?
obviously you. Have you not seen my masterpiece? Kaido's not even done yet. Top to bottom. Let's go classic. I'm not feeling very imaginative
One.
today. Obviously you. I don't want to say that.
Me either. Who's gonna do it?
I'll use my reroll on this.
All right.
Still top to bottom. Waiting on that.
No, just in case.
Just in case somebody wants to veto us.
We don't want to be those assholes.
Fair. And I will make a save.
Our sister is so precious. Look at that sweet little grin, that little smile. And our uncle is just so precious. Look at them. They're such a cute little family. Their eyes are fucking huge because they're so tiny.
Yep. He's older.
That's fair. But
That
she's
is-
got anime eyes and he doesn't.
His anime eyes. These are just from a different genre.
That's fair.
She's part of a slice of life, and he's definitely, well, also part of a slice of life, but from a different studio.
2.
Have you not seen my masterpiece? I like that better. I was hoping for Kaido's not even done yet. But at least this one will cause banter long enough for Kaido to do more.
It will, it will.
Unless anybody wants to reroll again. And try to get a different result. I'm fine with this result. I have to be. I use my reroll.
You did.
Alright. I think we're gonna go for it.
Good.
Clearly the winner is me.
I thought you weren't even finished.
I finished up while you two were arguing. Spin my pumpkin around for them to view. Does this not scare your pants off? Nikki raises the eyebrow. Kaido looks down at his legs.
My pants are still on, so I'll have to say no.
Nice try.
Neither of you knows good art when you see it. A sing-song voice floats into the room, followed by a familiar face.
Surprise!
Oh shit!
It's
Oh,
Auntie!
shit.
No, wait.
That's not Yuki.
That's Aunt Yuki?
Yeah, it just said Yuki said surprise.
Aunt Yuki? For some reason, she looks just as surprised as the rest of us. Her eyes are wide and her mouth forms an O. She's wearing a long, stylish trench coat, and she closes tightly. Nikki's face breaks into a wide smile as she races to give Aunt Yuki a hug.
Yuki?
When she closes tightly, she came over to fuck.
She came to DTF. Yuki relaxes into a matching grin and hugs her back.
You've grown so tall. What happened?
Nikki giggles.
You think so? I still hope I grow another inch or two. I can't believe you're finally here.
Yuki blinks in surprise.
Oh, right. I'm, back from my business trip.
Shit, she's bad at lying. She looks at Kaido for backup, and his face is frozen in a mask of surprise. And fear? Play along, say you know the truth. Oh boy. Alright. This is a roll for me. We're gonna flip the coin, though. Oh, you thought I was gonna be rolling evens and odds? No, I have
Heads
a
and tails.
coin. So that's heads.
Heads, yep.
We agreed.
We're going top to bottom, heads and tails.
Heads and tails, top to bottom. Head. Play along.
Oh, okay.
You said top to bottom,
Yeah,
heads and
you're right,
tails.
you're
So
right,
heads
you're right.
is play along. Unless anybody wants to re-roll.
Free flip this time?
I can roll it. That was a visual joke that does not read well when you can't see the desk I
No.
just rolled my coin on. Where did the coin go? I'm
There's
sitting
no
on it.
telling.
You do this. It's a lot more dramatic that way.
Dramatic for us, maybe not for them.
Uh-huh. By the way, Weirdo Pixie, you don't know this entire family dynamic, but these two right here, which are our uncle and aunt, were separated because getting a divorce in Japan is very difficult.
And it would ruin them and their business.
Yep, it would ruin them and their businesses if they were to get a divorce. So they were.
However,
we believe over the last couple of months, they have been starting to see each other again. Secretly. Which is interesting considering they're married, but I don't think that the aunt knew that we were here.
Yeah, probably not.
And our sister Nikki definitely didn't know that they were separated. We found that out on our own.
On accident.
On accident. So playing along will spare Nikki
Yes, it will.
in this situation.
Yes, it will. I lost my other battery.
You lost your
It's
other
in
battery?
the car.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's so sad.
Alright, well, if nobody's gonna do anything about it, we're playing along.
Yeet.
Oh, wow, Aunt Yuki, you were gone a really long time. Nikki giggles and follows my lead.
This is the first time we've seen you since we moved here. What were you doing that took so long?
Oh, you know. I was traveling doing company PR. Boring stuff. You don't want to hear about it.
He'll kind of finally recomposes
It's
himself.
okay, Yuki. They know.
They do?
They figured it out. I had no choice.
Oh, I see. Well, I suppose that makes things easier. Are you
I decided
angry?
I needed ice cream.
I shake my head. Of course not. We get it.
I'm sorry I
They
didn't
found out
stop by
anyway.
to see you kids sooner, but your uncle didn't even tell me you were here until a few weeks ago, when I was really traveling for work.
Nikki mocks, glares at Kaido.
Seriously, Uncle?
I meant to tell her. I just never seem to have time.
He
In
just
between
wanted
all
to
that
hug
fucking.
you all to himself.
How rude.
So I guess at some point Nikki also found out. Nikki hugs Aunt Yuki again.
Aunt Yuki, don't you want to take your coat off?
Hey, King Cowder! Sup, sluts? Guess who just got out of prison?
Hey.
Nikki steps back. She steps back from Nikki and pulls her coat tighter.
No, it's a little chilly in here, so I think I'll keep it on.
Oh, go turn the fan off.
She is not wearing anything under that.
Really? I don't
Wearing
think
a teddy
it's cold.
and crotchless panties.
I actually, didn't realize you kids were home.
Kaido's eyes widen in understanding as Yuki makes eye contact. Oh. He quickly jumps to his feet.
Yuki, I need to talk to you about something. In private.
Yes, sure.
Bow bow chicka wow bow ba down a bow bow chicka wow bow ba down a bow bow. Before the words are out of her mouth, the two of them are already halfway up the stairs.
Oh my god.
Try to stifle my laughter as Nikki watches them leave, her mouth hanging open in
Is
confusion.
it me or was that really weird?
Ah, sweet innocent Nikki. If only you could stay this innocent forever. Pat her on the head. Don't worry. Don't worry your pretty little head about
What's that supposed to mean?
it. It means you're dumb. You'll understand when you're older. That's basically what that means.
Yeah.
It means you're dumb.
Now you're acting weird too.
Nikki, you ever heard the term DTF? Because, about that. Brown chicken, brown cow. That's a cute sweater.
It is cute.
Crisis averted. Uncle Kaido shoots me a warning look as Aunt Yuki blushes. I struggle to hold in my grin.
Yep.
Aunt Yuki, if you weren't really away on business, what brings you back home?
She blushes deepens as if Uncle Kaido turns bright.
Hey, look at the pumpkins we've been carving.
Oh, yes, I love
And we've got our fourth pumpkin!
Ooh.
Nikki glances over at me and raises her eyebrows again. I just laugh. This entire scenario is great.
It is golden.
While Aunt Yuki inspects the pumpkins, Uncle Kaido and Nikki return to arguing about who is the pumpkin master. Yuki,
I'm the pumpkin master.
I am the pump lord.
Oh, shit.
I can't help but smile as I see Uncle Kaido slip his arm around Aunt Yuki.
Ow.
Maybe things are looking up for the two of them. Before Nikki can challenge Aunt Yuki to a carving contest, I offer to take Nikki to the movies so Kaito and Yuki can catch up. At first, Nikki protests, but she has no choice but to go with me when I drag her out of the house. By the time the movie ends, Aunt Yuki and Uncle Kaido are nowhere to be found. I go to bed with a smile on my face and a glimmer of hope in my heart.
Aww.
perhaps fucking can save all of us. It helps that both our aunt and uncle are incredibly hot.
Yeah, it does.
I blink bleary eyes as my alarm wakes me and I quickly slap it off.
You changed the color of your
of my lamp.
Your lantern. I got Paladin the coolest lantern for, what was it? Christmas?
Christmas. It was Christmas.
It was Christmas? It was last Christmas. It wasn't this Christmas.
It was not this Christmas. We didn't get each other anything this Christmas because we said we were going to get a hookah, but we didn't.
We didn't.
That's fine.
But we went to Disney World instead.
We did go to Disney World. And next Christmas / anniversary, we're getting Six Flags tickets.
Yeah, we are.
We're getting annual passes to Six Flags.
Yeah, we are.
Hell yeah. Close my eyes, roll over, and fall back asleep. For what feels like mere minutes, my slumber is once again disturbed. This time it's from the buzzing of my phone. My arm shoots out from beneath the blankets and grabs my phone. I squint from the blinding rays peeking through my curtains and retreat into the safety underneath my covers. That never works for me because, like, I would love to be able to just hide under the covers, but, like, I need the cold air on my face.
Yeah.
And that air gets real hot real fast.
Because it's so fluffy.
Well, even if it's not this blanket, if it's any blanket, it does that. So the trick, by the way, if you ever wanted to know, is to cover your entire body with a blanket. Find the edge of the blanket and stick just like your nose and mouth out. Yep, that's the trick. You still get to breathe the cold air, but your eyes are covered and the rest of your body's covered.
How Balefire sleeps under the covers sometimes. Like, here's the thing.
He's a man of culture as well.
He sleeps right here. He will go underneath my shirt and he will sleep right here. But sometimes he'll either be right underneath the boobs or right here, and just his beak will be sticking out from my collar.
That's great.
It's adorable.
Calls from Shell. Hello?
Brosif, you ready or what?
Or what?
Uh-huh.
Were you sleeping? Dude, it's 5 p.m.
What?
The fuck? What? Throw off my blanket and push open the curtains, letting in the bright rays of dusk. Crap, how did I sleep the whole day away?
But the Halloween party is starting soon at the Pilot's Lounge. Do you have any idea what that means?
Slutty costumes. Slutty everything. Fun party times, or I'd rather be sleeping.
Excuse you.
Top to bottom. No. Well, doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
Slutty everything is what we just got. I was gonna say bottom to top, so it doesn't change the result. But because we've done top to bottom several times now.
That's fair. I'm sorry.
Slutty everything.
Slutty everything, boys and girls.
That's the real joy of Christmas. I mean, you can technically do slutty everything for Christmas as well.
Oh, I need to go ahead and get that
slutty Santa costume.
I was gonna say the Santa teddy while it's still under $20. So if I get it now while it's still on clearance, I could do some pretty good Christmas bath bomb shoots.
What's a teddy? Is that the?
It's like a swimsuit, but much less covered. It's mostly lace.
Okay. I have not heard of that term before.
Oh, I love teddies. Teddies are my favorite thing.
All right, nobody's saying anything. We're going with slutty everything. Well, I'm gonna save because I'm fair. Costumes.
Yes?
Of sexy variety.
You got that right.
Hell yeah. Show's excitement is infectious.
It's this kind of thing.
Okay. Don't worry, I'll be on campus soon enough.
I'll see you there.
I love teddies.
After I hang up, I throw my phone down on my bed and try to make myself look presentable. Still have my old costumes from the time back at CINY. Any of them would be doable this time around. What do we want to dress up as? One of the Ninja Rangers instead of Power Rangers. Legolas from Lord of the Gears. Lego Laz. Sexy police officer, or Badman, the Dark Knight. I simultaneously hate and love every single time this game decides to name things.
Right?
So the Ninja Rangers, is that Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers combined?
Maybe it is.
Lego Laz from Lord of the Gears, that's a personal favorite of mine, along with Sexy Police Officer.
Gotta go for Sexy Police Officer. That's my favorite.
But we don't get to make this decision.
Do your D4. Are you gonna do this or your D4?
D4. I just put them all away though. Okay. Give me the numbers.
Bottom to top.
Bottom to top. Right here. 2.
Oh, no.
You said bottom to top. That's sexy police officer.
Yay.
You don't even remember your own order.
I really don't.
Sexy police officer.
I haven't even
the
had a whole
D4
drink.
has not rolled bad for us yet.
It really hasn't. You should start rolling with that more often.
I can only roll it on D4 options.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sexy police officer. Listen, if we're going... Here's the rule. If you're going to ogle people in sexy costumes, you should be going in a sexy costume too.
That's fair. Is that why you don't ogle people?
Kind of. I don't like to ogle because I would feel uncomfortable if people ogled me.
That's fair.
Which is why I don't wear slutty costumes. And it's why I don't ogle people in slutty costumes. What?
I can't look at you without ogling you, Paladin. Why?
You had to have known long before we started dating that I was lawful good.
I know.
Did you think that would change?
No.
It's part of who I am.
You little vanilla monogamous motherfucker.
Listen, I am as normal as they come when it comes to relationships. Alright, nobody saying anything. Sexy police officer. Being sexy isn't just for the ladies. Guys can be a little risque during Halloween too.
Yeah, they can.
Well, just let me get out the fake handlebar mustache, the jacket that is one size too small, no shirt, no shoes, banana hammock.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Blue banana hammock.
It's a cropped
that has
jacket.
It is a cropped jacket.
Cropped
It stops just below the nipple.
Oh, I was thinking like just above the belly button.
Just below the nipple.
Okay, okay.
Just below the nipple. And the only badge on the entire uniform sits on the side of the banana hammock.
Okay, I can dig it. Hope it's not cold.
I pull out a questionable police officer uniform that hugs a little too tight. Maybe it hugs just right. After prepping and changing into my costume, I hop on my bike and head to campus. Woo! You know why I pulled you over today, son? No. I need you to step off the bike. And work it! He's just doing the bunny.
Making it rain.
When I reach the pilot's lounge main entrance, I text Show, only to see him waving at me.
Broseph!
Ah! That's awesome! He's of course.
Amazing.
Of course he's the dude from Persona 4.
Amazing.
But that's the main character's outfit. That's not Yosuke's outfit. He's absolutely Yosuke material, so why is he dressed like the main character?
Because we've made him the main character, remember?
That's fair.
We're on his route. Fuck
I
the
was
girls.
not expecting fucking Yu Narugami's Yu Narugami costume out of Show.
Amazing.
Hey. He's in Yasogami High uniform. Yeah, that's great. Persona 4! He grins.
That's right.
Never noticed it until now, but the real Show looks and acts very similar to, Yosuke Hanamura. Well, Hamanura. That's a perfect Yosuke cosplay, man. Good stuff. His eyes widen in surprise. Yeah, he's you. He's fucking Yu Narukami. Yeah? Frowns.
No, not Yosuke. I'm supposed to be Yu Narukami.
See? Well, I called it. I knew exactly which costume he was. I don't see it. You definitely fit the profile of secondary character. The protagonist's best friend.
No way! I won't settle for that role.
I'm afraid it's already been decided. Because you look exactly like Yosuke in that cosplay. Yusuke. He looks like he's about to argue, but then sighs.
I knew I should have gotten that white wig sooner. It was still being delivered.
So yeah, it doesn't... He's not Yusuke unless... He's not Yu Narukami unless he has the wig. At least he accepts his fate.
Speaking of outfits...
He looks at me.
Why do you look like a male stripper?
Don't hate me because you ain't me. I flex for good measure.
You're not fooling anyone.
We'll see about that when we get to the party. Two guys dressed as salt and pepper shakers enter the building.
Shall we get going?
Where are the girls?
They met up in Kaori's dorm to get ready. They'll be over soon. We can head in first.
Oh, I can't wait for them to see me. All right. I was not expecting the Persona reference
Me
there. That was
either.
awesome.
That was lovely, because we've mentioned that about 3 times.
He's absolutely Yosuke. We enter the pilot's lounge and I gape at the surroundings. There are fake cobwebs lining the corners. No, there aren't. Of the ceiling and walls, and fake bats and spiders are strategically placed in nooks and crannies. The lights are dimmed, which is the only thing that's correct here, which gives the place a spookier feel. I barely even recognize the lounge. This place looks awesome. There's a decent number of people here, and I recognize most of the pilots. I assume they are also engineers and team managers here too. It's a little hard to tell who everyone is while they're in costume. There's some pretty great costumes here. Some people went full out creative and dressed up as hilarious memes or puns, while others chilled out for fancy, well-crafted costumes. But of course, the winners of the evening are the beautiful ladies, who can only technically be considered dressed.
What a mood.
I sigh contently. This takes me back to my first CINY costume party.
I think I'm in heaven.
What a good boy.
Sho's eyes are wide and his mouth hangs agape. He's staring hard at a group of girls dressed in a range of costumes, from sexy teacher to cute Japanese idol cosplays.
Whoa, there they are.
Sho points to a group of girls standing near the couches. As I squint to get a better look, I realize it's the rest of our team.
Looks like they made it here before us. Come on.
I am living to see what everybody's costumes are.
Same!
Sho and I weave through the crowd and make our way to the girls. Oh,
hey!
Oh.
I love all of their costumes. Of course, Valerie is a sexy kitten girl.
Of course.
She's dressed up as like the warrior princess. We've got I guess an idol or
That's
a
like
mage?
a Madoka magic.
That's a Madoka like magical girl. And then
of-
sexy witch.
Obviously.
Specifically in the boob area. Booby witch.
Ready to see what
Shows-
May is dressed like. 'Cause you know we're gonna see her.
Sho's demeanor changes mid-word from excited to confused.
Hey there, cuties. Hello.
Hi.
Mayu smiles and waves. Sho's face is bright red and he's having trouble making eye contact. I don't blame him. Kaori's wearing a night outfit from a currently popular fantasy anime, and in typical anime fashion, the armor is more aesthetically pleasing than functional. As a healthy heterosexual male, Yuna's witch costume makes it hard to focus on her face. Mayu is dressed as a cute magical girl cosplay, you called it. I'm impressed by the intricacies of her costume and how well it complements her. Finally, Valerie. I think the plethora of guys ogling her speaks volumes about her Neko girl costume. Valerie spins her tail playfully.
So, what do you boys think?
They definitely got the right voice actress for Valerie.
What a time to be alive.
Valerie giggles.
Let's go get some drinks.
We all nod and head over to the bar.
These are adorable. I love it.
I excuse myself to freshen up in the restroom as a group heads towards the bartender.
I can't believe we slept all day.
We slept all day because we can party all night.
Yeah.
That's enough of that. I can't keep that up forever, and
That's
I need my throat to not feel like it's got a bulge in it again.
That's fair. Would you like some more liquids?
Yes, please. Once we've all reconvened at the bar, we order our drinks and find an open table among the couches. All that pout.
It's so unfair that I still can't have anything alcoholic.
What? How old are you? 19?
Valerie pouts and puts an arm around Mayu.
Isn't that right?
Mayu speaks softly.
I don't want to drink even if I could. Really? You have to at least try it once.
I feel Sho elbow my
If
side.
she's this excitable normally, I wonder how she'd act when drunk.
Angry drunk. I'm assuming angry drunk. I don't even want to imagine the trouble she'd get us all into. Sho laughs.
That, brosif.
Hey, enough with your private conversation. Let's play a game.
How do you guys feel about contracts?
Can't see Sho's eyes.
Can't see Sho's eyes. That's because he's a hentai protagonist.
He is now. I mean, look at all the rest of those girls.
He's a dude wearing a school uniform that is slightly unbuttoned. We can't see his eyes. He has brown hair, and he's surrounded by girls in scantily clad costumes.
Yeah.
He is currently a hentai protagonist.
He really is.
He is
You're right.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
He is. He is.
Also, he's not just that. He is me. I am him. I'm gonna move over here again, I guess.
Yes.
There's really no good thing to do, because like anywhere I'm gonna be covering something. Like if they do a
Yeah.
5-person lineup, I'm gonna be covering somebody's face.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I have to remember to hide my mouse up here now. Maya nods excitedly. Even Kaori seems interested.
Okay, what game were you thinking, Valerie?
Well, in honor of Sho's cosplay of Yosuke.
The King's Game!
Not Yosuke!
Really? I thought you were Yosuke this whole time.
Aww.
Sho slumps on the table.
Not you too, Mayu!
Aww.
I'm sorry. It's just you portray him perfectly.
You do! Embrace it! Embrace the side character!
That outfit, I mean. Wasn't Yosuke the comic relief?
And a pervert.
It's like someone copy and pasted that character and changed the name to Sho.
Huh.
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 I wonder if they just did that. The group nods. Sho groans.
You guys are killing me here.
He is a good character.
He is a very good character.
Yuna looks at Valerie.
What game are you thinking about? The King's Game.
Told you.
Of course.
Because that's a classic Persona reference.
Yeah.
The King's Game?
Mm-hmm. It's easy. We number chopsticks and give one of them a special symbol. Whoever picks the symbol is the king.
The symbol is a penis.
Oh, that sounds easy enough.
What can the king do? The better question is what the king
I feel like
can
I've had the
do.
King's Game
He'll
explained to me
command one of the
probably
numbers to
like
do
40
something.
times
Yeah.
by
His
now.
order is
From
absolute.
every single time that they have to explain what it is in anime.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's a lot of fun.
The big trick there is that obviously you number a bunch of them, so you can't say, you can't say Sho and Mayu kiss. You have to say, I need 4 to punch 3 in the face. And then they gotta do it.
Well, I guess it couldn't hurt
However,
to try it.
the Americanized adult version of it is if you're not comfortable with something, you take a shot.
Yeah.
Which is fun either way.
Because slowly as the night goes on, less shots are taken and more weird things are done.
Yeah.
Everyone looks at Kaori in surprise. She's the last person I would expect to agree to a game like this. She blinks at us.
What? It's only us playing. I'm sure no one is going to make an unreasonable command.
Oh, you don't
boy.
understand anime. Kaori glares at Sho.
Right?
Sho shifts
You should be
uncomfortably.
glaring at Valerie. What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's settled.
Valerie's the one that's going to be doing all the pervy shit.
Yeah. Everyone has to kiss the king. Is that something you can do, or can you only say numbers?
I don't know if you can choose, but I also don't think she would care.
That's exactly. I feel like she's 100% bisexual. She's French. Of course she's bisexual.
Let the games begin.
All French anime girls are bisexual.
My heart races in anticipation as we all grab a stick. Turn mine over in the color, to see the color marking. Lucky. I watch the rest of my friends turn over theirs. Kaori wears her best poker face. If I didn't already have the king stick, I wouldn't have known what she had in her hand. Sho's face is one of bitter disappointment. I wonder what he had planned as king. Maya breathes a sigh of relief. I guess she didn't want to be king. Valerie seems indifferent about her stick. She probably would be happy as either king or a subject. She's a switch. Yuna looks around the table.
Who's the king?
I offer my glorious crown, chopstick.
Brosif's got it. What is your command, your majesty?
Please tell me we get to roll. Let's think for a moment. I command... Yes! Number 2 to give me a Number 3 to give me a massage. Number 4 to sit on my lap. Number 5 to count to 10.
Number 5 is Sho.
No.
Sho's number 5.
Sho is number 1.
Yeah, I hope so.
But that is 5. That is an odd number, so I don't have a die in here that does that.
Alright.
So, I need you to roll me a d5 top to bottom.
Do the thing, please. Come on. What? That's not what I wanted. Come on. What? There we go.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I just kept saying, hey, you should buy our pro version. No!
No, just roll.
What was it?
Top to bottom.
2.
Shit, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to roll it twice, but
Number 2 to give me a tight hug.
that's disappointing.
That's gonna be Yuna. With those big old boobs.
Has to be. Mayu is 4. Valerie's 5.
Valerie's probably
Valerie's 5.
That's the joke. So then...
Number 4 to sit on my lap had to be Kaori.
It had to be Kaori. It's either Kaori... No, so, either sit on my lap or a kiss is either Kaori or Sho, and I
Yeah.
don't know which one would be which.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to re-roll that, or are we good with a tight hug?
I wanted to kiss Sho. Reroll. Uh-oh, reroll.
Uh-oh, King Kaori's re-rolling.
Give it a couple seconds.
Any vetoes? The nice thing about rerolls being posted in chat like that is that people can also veto immediately.
Yeah, they don't have to wait the 10, 15 seconds for us. Let's do it.
Nobody's vetoing it?
4.
4 to sit on my
Oh,
lap.
I'm excited about that one. I would prefer a kiss, but
It's also more in line with Persona 4, though.
yeah.
Sit on my lap is the one that the main character in Persona 4 does. Of course, all the girls at that point are drunk, so
Yeah.
it's an interesting moment. My favorite thing, though,
Are they
is
really drunk?
they're not really drunk, but they're situationally drunk.
Yeah, that's fair.
They do go to an actual bar.
Emotionally
Yeah, they do go to an actual bar, but all of the drinks they're supposed to be drinking are supposed to be non-alcoholic. I don't think they
However,
ever...
I think one of them said, "Shh, these are all alcoholic," and just tricked everybody. Wasn't that the situation?
It's
And then at the
something
end they
like
were
that, I
like,
can't
"By the
remember.
way, none of these had alcohol in them."
Yeah, I think that was the joke was that they all believed they had alcohol in them, which is why they were acting the way they were. But it looks like nobody's gonna re-roll sitting on the lap, so let's sit on that lap. Or have somebody sit on our lap.
Yeah.
Number 4, come hither onto my loins. Before anyone has a chance to check, Valerie stands up.
Yay! That's
I'm
me.
so disappointed.
She looks at me and then grins impishly. Uh-oh. Her hips sway mesmerizingly as she walks over to me. She gently moves my legs away from the table towards the edge of the seat, then slowly lowers herself onto my lap. Her legs dangling off one side as her arms snake around my neck.
Is this seat taken?
I'm so disappointed.
She squeezes me tighter and she adjusts herself to sit closer to me, and dangerously close to another area. My cheeks burn. Is it hot in here? Is it just me? Valerie laughs playfully, clearly amused by my embarrassment.
Really? I thought you'd last a little longer than that.
Oof.
She unwraps herself from me and returns to her seat. The other girls stare at Valerie. From their deep blushes, I can't tell whether they're impressed or angry.
I'm so disappointed.
We play a few more rounds of the King's game, and Sho never once drew the
Aw.
colored stick. Oh, poor Sho. Watching his frustration as some of us became repeat kings was an endless source of amusement.
Aw.
Wonder if his luck is really that bad, or if a certain blonde was rigging the game for her own amusement. When it became late, we all said our goodbyes and headed out. I stifle a yawn as I enter the quiet house. Tiptoed into my room, I quickly get ready to bed and fall asleep with a smile on my face. Best Halloween ever.
Yay.
The buzz of my alarm pulls me out of my dream world and into reality. Snap back to reality. Up, there goes gravity. When a sleepy roll, I slap the blind at sound. Just 5 more minutes. The buzzing doesn't cease no matter how hard I slap my clock, but I blink blearily and it says 10:17 a.m. blinks back at me. Crap. Shoot straight up. I'm late for my class. Push the off button on the clock, but it doesn't stop the buzzing. Wait, my alarm doesn't buzz. Glancing over at my desk, my phone buzzes loudly on the wood. It's Valerie. She's probably wondering why I wasn't in class this morning. I hope she's calling to bring me notes. Pretend you were there all along. Who calls this early? Bottom to top.
Gotta do another dice. Hold up.
I don't care about any of these results.
Me either.
One.
I said bottom to top?
Yeah, I
Who
think.
calls this early? Well, we have to wait in case anybody wants to reroll. Because I think Pixie still has their reroll.
Yeah, I do too.
And you do too, but you would have also just told me if you wanted to reroll.
That's fair.
Alright, I think we've waited long enough.
Yay.
Let's go. Who calls this early? Why, Valerie?
Oh, did I wake you?
Can you hear the laughter in her voice? Yes.
Jeez. When do you usually wake up when we don't have class?
5 p.m.
We don't have class?
Of course not. It's reading week. We don't have classes, silly.
Reading week?
Okay.
The hell is reading week?
Interesting. Go on.
That explains a lot. If we don't have class, then why are you calling me?
Because unlike somebody, I've been hard at work and found something interesting about Eagle's core.
Really? What is it?
It's the secret to Eagle's maximum overdrive.
Not if I enter
overdrive.
maximum overdrive! Wait, seriously? What does it say?
It says, come to the hangar right now.
No, it doesn't.
Only one way to find out. See you in a few.
Damn it, Valerie. She doesn't wait for me to respond before the line goes dead. Valerie? She's lucky my curiosity is stronger than my irritation. I get dressed and ready for the day. Just as I'm about to head out the door, my phone beeps. Pull out my phone expecting another text from Valerie, but instead I see an old alert. Call Mom today.
It was her birthday.
My chest tightens as as if a hand is holding my heart. Today is, well, was her birthday. Last year I was so busy at CINY that I completely forgot about Mom's birthday. Didn't give her a call until the next day, and even though she understood, until she was disappointed. I created this alert right after, so I would never forget again. How could I have known that that would be her last birthday? A spark of anger heats my blood. Mom and Dad really were the target of foul play. Somebody's going to pay for ripping them away from me. From Nikki. My phone beeps again, and I open a message from Valerie telling me to hurry up. I need to find out what's going on with Eagle. Maybe that'll give me a hint as to what happened to Mom and Dad. I feel like this is a very long visual novel.
It is. It's really long.
Take a deep breath, then hop on my bike and hurry to school. When I arrive at the hangar, I head straight for Eagle. I mean, we did get our money's worth out of it, though.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't free, but I simultaneously, I only paid like $5 for this during the Steam sale. This and the other game that this company made called Crystalline, which is an isekai.
Completionist is 27 hours. Main story is 8.5 hours. We've been doing this for 17?
Yeah. So we got like another 10 hours. We're not completionists, but they say main story is only 8 hours, but that's also people like clicking through and reading it really fast.
Yeah, and not reading it to people and waiting 30 seconds per
I almost thought you weren't going to show up.
Here I am. She points to the terminal, fidgeting with excitement.
It took some time, but I finally figured it out.
How did she get in here?
You were able to reverse engineer the overdrive mode?
How did she get in here?
Whether or not she's our engineer.
Oh, so they made her ID work?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's incredible. Gotta go. Good night. See you later,
Oh,
Weirdo
good
Pixie.
night.
Thank you for coming out.
I hope you had a good time, because we did.
It took a little longer than I expected since the missing pieces were really hard to fill in. The full schematics are unlike anything I've seen before. I wasn't even able to find anything remotely similar while researching.
Her brow furrows. Did I say her burrow?
Yeah.
Her burrow frowns in thought. Then she shakes her head, and her excited grin returns.
Anyway, I've tested the data in the simulator, and it worked flawlessly. Your core is calibrated to be able to use the overdrive mode on demand.
That's awesome.
I haven't had a chance to try it in actuality, though. As much as I'd love to hop in your cockpit, I'm not much of a pilot.
Dickhole. Just remember, anytime somebody says cockpit, technically both of those words mean the same things as dickhole.
Alright. Alright.
Just let that one sink in for a minute.
That's been Paladin Olive and CPQ.
Just end the stream right there. That's enough of that. Let's stop. Let's call it a night. I nod. Of course. You're amazing, Valerie. Her smile broadens.
I almost forgot.
She returns to the terminal, and her fingers dance over the keyboard. Another screen opens up. It's packed tightly with a lot of information, and the bottom has an open section to input a password.
I couldn't figure this out, and it looks like any sort of tampering will potentially wipe the data. What's weird about it is that all those lines are not really code that needs to be deciphered. They read more like references I don't understand. Since you build Eagle, I wondered if this might mean something to you.
Oh no, it's gonna give us dad flashbacks. Glance at the screen. It does read like a whole bunch of inside jokes meshed together. Some pieces seem familiar, but strewn together like that throws me off. Sure, if I had time to sit down and concentrate, I could work through this, but right now I'd rather focus on the overdrive mode. Do you have all the data you need for the overdrive mode?
Yeah, which is why I almost forgot about this. I'm not sure what's hiding behind here.
The real reason our father died. No rush then?
No rush. I do think we should book off some practice time in the arena and confirm the overdrive mode works though. I mean, theory is still theory.
We not running in a simulation? I was thinking the same thing. Let's tell the team about this and see if we can get a practice session in before the match. Shoot off an urgent group text. As I wait for everyone to show up, I pull up the arena schedule on my phone. My phone, yes. Is there any chance I won't be fully booked because it's reading week? To my surprise, the arena is completely open tomorrow.
Oh, yeet.
Talk about good luck. What is reading week?
I don't know.
Look up what is reading week. Kaori is the first to arrive.
This better be important. Exams are next week, you know.
Oh, maybe it's fucking Dead Week.
Oh.
Maybe it's just Dead Week. They just call it something different there. She did say exams are next week.
Yeah, a midterm break.
Yeah. It's definitely Dead Week. Trust me, you'll want to hear this.
Except we have to have classes during Dead Week. We just don't have homework.
You don't have to go to them.
You might not have to. My teachers always took.
I never went to a single class during Dead Week, and none of my teachers took none of my teachers accepted new grades during Dead Week, and none of my teachers required us to show up for attendance during Dead Week.
That's pretty cool because all of mine did, and some of them still taught, even though you're not supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Where is everybody else?
They're coming. A few minutes later, Sho and Mai trickle in with Yuna tagging along. The gang's all here.
Look who we found trying to break into the hangar.
Yuna's cheeks flush.
I wasn't trying to break in. I was just about to text that I needed someone to let me in.
Sure,
that explains why you were pulling on the doors.
I was just testing to see if maybe they were unlocked.
Oh, poor Yuna.
Aww.
Wait, Yuna, how did you get on campus so fast?
I was studying in the library when I got your text.
Speaking of which, can you finally tell us what's going on so we can all get back to studying?
I have reached peak anime. Valerie found out how to activate Eagle's overdrive mode on demand.
Are you serious?
Sho's voice rings out above the team's collective exclamations of surprise. Valerie nods.
Yep. Sorry it took so long.
The fact that you managed to figure it out at all is really impressive.
Yeah, I don't think just anyone would have been able to. Maybe.
Valerie answers modestly, but there's a slight blush of color in her cheeks.
So what exactly do you mean by overdrive mode can be activated on demand?
Well, initially the programming was set to a single run instance because it was in debug mode. That explains why your core didn't react last match when you got to power. I found a way to change the options of activation. That being said, it's calibrated and tested in simulation, but...
Valerie looks at me. We want to reserve the arena so I can live test it. Valerie
That
nods.
makes sense. We definitely want to get a handle of it before our next match on Thursday.
Why exactly do we have a match scheduled during reading week? Everyone stares blankly at me.
Why wouldn't we?
The CINY, everything was canceled during reading week. Classes, clubs, everything. They really wanted us to focus on studying. Yeah, it's Dead Week. I've never heard it called anything other than Dead Week.
Yeah. I think Dead Week must only be
maybe a Southern thing?
American thing. Because this wasn't American made, right?
I don't know.
Because, like, here's the thing. When I googled Reading Week, it said Britain and Canada were the top two. They were the top two.
It might be a Canadian game.
suggested.
It might be a Canadian game, but it's definitely like not Japanese.
Okay.
I know. Torture.
I prefer it that way. Tell me about it, and they don't have to cancel. They didn't have to cancel everything. Hold on. I feel like I missed. Hold on. Scroll.
I know.
I don't think it's a terrible idea.
That must have.
Okay, classes, clubs, everything. They want us to focus on studying. Torture.
I don't think it's a terrible idea. That just means.
I know. Torture.
Okay, I get it now. I preferred it that way. Tell me about it. They didn't have to cancel everything. Bottom to top.
1.
Sounds good to me.
And Weirdo Pixie left, which means you are the only person that has a reroll. So we can keep going forward. It was nice that classes were canceled, but I suppose canceling all clubs and activities was a bit much. Joe nods.
Focus, guys.
Sorry.
Una seems thoughtful.
Since your match is on Thursday, that doesn't give you much time to practice. Isn't the arena already booked up this week?
Actually, it completely opened tomorrow. I was thinking we could head over and...
No! Are you crazy? We can't do that!
I believe it shows Outburst. Valerie looks as confused as I am, but the rest of the team wears matching looks of horror.
What is up with those faces? You guys look like you've seen a ghost.
Oh.
I mean, you're not too far off. The arena is haunted.
Valerie bursts out laughing, and I let out a few chuckles. What are you talking about? We've used the arena plenty of times, and we've been fine.
It's not always haunted, only tomorrow.
It's the anniversary of someone's death.
What?
It's not haunted, you idiot.
I always count on Cowrie to be reasonable.
It's cursed.
Oh, of course.
Never mind. What?
How is it cursed? It's the curse of Yori and Nori.
You too, Yuna?
Broseph, Yori and Nori are no joke. Haven't you heard the legend?
No.
What legend?
Of course, fuck with the fucking exchange students. Show takes on a serious tone.
Many years ago, there was a set of twin brothers, Yori and Nori, who attended ACE.
And they were both top pilots here.
They were fiercely competitive in the arena, and their matches were thrilling to watch. Yori was the older twin by a few seconds, and no matter how often they battled, he always took first rank. Nori hated being outmatched and overshadowed by his brother and trained harder than any other pilot at school. At the end of the season, the twins' highly anticipated match was just as exciting as ever, especially when Nori took the title of first rank from his brother.
I guess Nori's training finally paid off. Bella raises an eyebrow.
Seriously? This is so cliche.
Sho gives her a look, but otherwise ignores
It
her.
was all anyone could talk about, but Yori was furious. He didn't think it was possible that his brother could surpass him. He accused his brother of cheating and continued to pester Nori until Nori couldn't take it anymore. They agreed to one final match, no holds barred, which would prove who was the better pilot once and for all. Obviously, the school would never allow no-holds-barred matches, so they set up a time after hours to meet in the arena.
And one of them dies.
Or both of them died.
Just wait!
When they met in the ring, they readied their weapons like usual. Charging their laser guns, they waited for the signal. As soon as it sounded, they simultaneously unleashed their shot, which collided in a huge explosion.
That's not how explosions happen.
Trust me, it happened. I don't know how it did, but it did.
I can't believe this. Mayu and Yuna nod along with Sho.
After the smoke cleared, standing in the middle of the arena were the twins' two gears.
But they had both mysteriously disappeared from the cockpits, dickholes. Okay.
That's not the weird part. The weird part is that there was no trace of the brothers. Both the cockpits
Have y'all been
were
watching Infinity
completely
Train?
empty.
No. Is that a new anime?
There weren't even ashes or anything. Wait, let's go back a second to this explosion. How did the gears even survive that?
That's part of the mystery.
Of course it is.
They say that the brothers' spirits are trying to finish the battle to see who is the better pilot. And any pilot who dares get between them will suffer the consequences.
So just once a year, once a day, every year, they decide to shut down. Where's my bottle cap opener?
I'm holding it.
Oh.
I need a stem.
You guys really believe this stuff?
It's real. Ever since then, anyone who's used their gear on the anniversary of the brothers' battle has ended up with serious injuries.
Yeah, there was this kid whose gear malfunctioned and started moving on its own.
And the girl whose gear got stuck after it depowered, so she was trapped inside. They had to remove the whole front of her cockpit to get her out.
It's on Cartoon Network. They've been releasing 2 episodes a night all week.
Interesting.
Oh,
Those
interesting.
are just the reported ones.
We don't watch television live. We'll catch it online, though.
Stays in the arena.
Valerie looks at me.
What do you think?
I got 99 problems, but a curse ain't one. Better safe than sorry, or I can't handle the curse. Return the slab, or suffer my curse. What's your offer? Middle, top, bottom.
3.
Better safe than sorry.
We're about to end the stream. That's the only time we're gonna be able to practice.
Before our next match.
Well, yeah, but we need to know that our thing is working.
Or we can plan to not use it. And then if we need to use it in the fight, it becomes that much more epic.
That's fair.
Or we depower ourselves in the process.
Yeah.
It's your decision. You have the last reroll.
Okay. I'm
Go
gonna
for
use
it.
the reroll.
All right.
I'm not typing it in, but I'm gonna
There's
use
middle, top, bottom.
3.
God damn it.
Are you about to hit me? No.
Stab you in the
That
neck.
thing
with
is
a
actually
line
that
opener.
thing is actually a metal spike.
It is actually a metal spike.
I don't want to tempt fate. We can check out my core another day.
Aw, are you sure you wouldn't rather test it out?
Eh.
The point is, we cannot be anywhere near our gears tomorrow. In fact, we should get out of Ace Academy altogether and go somewhere fun.
Another beach episode?
It's too late for the beach.
Hot spring.
Hot springs. Valerie's dismissing if she's too intrigued.
Ooh, I like fun.
Damn it, Valerie. Where were you thinking? A sly grin spreads across Show's face, and he whips out a handful of tickets.
The hot springs, of course.
Oh,
We called it.
yes.
We know anime too well. Admittedly, this game does play very much like the plot to an anime that has this character arc set
Yeah,
up.
that's fair.
Because, like, while we haven't actually sat down and gotten on a route with any of the main girls, quote-unquote, it still plays as if they're all still available, and we can make flirty actions with all of them. We can also just hang out with our bro show.
Right?
Like,
Best
silly
time.
things happen. It's just a slice of life anime that happens to take place at a mech college.
Yeah.
How long have you been carrying those?
You don't want to know.
Damn it, show. Raise an eyebrow.
Let's just say I've got these ready for next year, too.
Of course he does. Of course.
That sounds like a whole lot of fan service.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Valerie squeals and starts playing with her
I
hair.
can't wait to go. The water's going to feel so good.
I could use a break from studying.
You should come, Yuna.
Yuna smiles.
Okay, you've convinced me.
That didn't take long.
Didn't take
Wow,
much.
that was easier than I thought.
What about you, Kaori?
Calorie friends.
We don't have time for this. Don't you all have exams to study for?
So...
We've got the whole week to study. Besides, even Mayu's going.
I need to increase the noise gate on our microphones. It keeps picking up the game. Lower the open and close thresholds a decent amount. Check my check. Check my check.
Are you going too?
It's still kind of catching it, but whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll study better once I've had a short break.
Come on, Kaori, live a little. If Mayu can go, then you can go. I mean, does anyone here study more than she does?
My
What's
friends.
that supposed to mean?
Just that you're really smart.
And the recovery. Mayu blushes deeply, but looks pleased.
So, you coming, Kaori?
And the recovery.
Good recovery. A very good one. Night, King Kaoru.
He's heading out.
We're probably about to head out
Yeah,
at the end of this scene.
Honestly, yeah, we're probably going to be heading out once it fades to black. Kaori says.
Fine, but I'm coming back first thing the next morning, with or without you guys.
Yes, the gang's all going.
Since my day tomorrow is pretty much shot, I need to get as much studying done now as I can. I'll see you guys later.
Kaori hurries out. I actually should probably get some studying done too.
Me too. Same here. It's time for me to hit the books too.
Everyone pauses to stare at her.
What?
You study?
Of course. How else do you think I get straight A's?
Shows eyes wide open.
Straight A's?
Valerie
Don't
laughs.
sound so surprised.
She is kind of a genius.
Yeah.
Oh, if everyone else
She
is
figured
going to
out our
study, then
gear,
what am I
so-
supposed to do?
Study? Swimming? Shows
I
eyes.
guess.
We can study together.
Show perks up.
Suddenly studying sounds like a great idea.
Hell yeah. Go for it, brother. Mayu smiles shyly. Sho takes her hand and the two of them wave before walking away. Alright, well, I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Everyone says their goodbyes and heads to their separate ways. Find a quiet spot in the library and spend a few hours studying. And there's our fade to black that we were looking for, I guess. Or... yeah, this seems like a good break spot.
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you, everybody who came out to today's stream. This is a fun one.
Yeah.
I've been Paladin. This has been CBQ.
Hi.
This has been Ace Academy.
Yeah.
Currently one of my favorite animes out there right now. Ace Academy. I don't know if you've heard of it. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.